Hey everyone, this is Maddie Wan. So for February I have a couple of books featuring poor heroines who are trying to get out of the small towns. First up I have I'll Meet You There by Heather Demetrios. Skylar Evans is one summer away from getting out of Creekview and going off to art school in San Francisco. Hi Jenny! Josh Mitchell nearly got out of Creekview himself when he joined the Marines. But then his leg got blown off in Afghanistan and now he's back in town working at the local motel with Skylar. You guys, I just finished this book and I honestly can't think about anything else, so read it. And then I have My Best Everything by Sarah Tomp. Lulu Mendez has just graduated from high school and she's desperate for money to get away from her small town in Virginia. So she and her friends had to plan to make moonshine. But of course they get in over their heads. In my head I'm just thinking like teenage Breaking Bad with moonshine, you know? That's probably definitely not what's gonna happen though.
Hey everyone, Mandy C here with my TBR picks for February. So I've got quite a few books to read this February. Here's my stack. 5 may not seem like a lot, but when there's the shortest month of the year, that's definitely packing things in. But I won't talk about all of them today. I'll only talk about a couple. I'm also wearing my fancy unicorn slippers while filming, which I think are super appropriate for an FYA video. One book I'm particularly looking forward to this month is a sequel. The book is called All That Burns. It's by Ryan Groden. Although it looks like a romance novel according to this cover, it's not. Well, it is in a sense, but it's more of a fairy story, and a modern day fairy story at that, involving a fairy who happens to work as a guard for the English royal family. And it is a sequel to last year's All That Glows. Another book I'm looking forward to reading this month is A Wicked Thing by Rhiannon Thomas. And according to the back of the book, it is a surprising, spellbinding reimagining of what happens after Happily Ever After. It's sort of a retelling of the Sleeping Beauty fairy tale, but not in the sense of what happens to her while she's sleeping, but in the sense of what happens to her after she wakes up.
Hey y'all, Sarah here. Happy February. Happy 50 Shades of Grey month. Just kidding. Just kidding. So I'm going to be lazy this month, and I only have one book on my TBR pile so far. It's actually not a YA book. But before you go thinking that I'm some highfalutin adult reader, you should know that this book is actually being marketed as a YA crossover. It's called City of Savages by Lee Kelly. It is set sometime in the future. There's basically been the equivalent of World War III, and the story follows two teenage sisters who live in what's left of Manhattan with their mother. The remaining residents of Manhattan are all prisoners of war now, and every winter they have to kind of check in through the census. And this book is not only about these two girls and their mother trying to survive in this really crazy war-torn world where they have to like forage for food and like hunt squirrels like Katniss and stuff, and there's like cannibals that live in the subway. Not only is the book about that, it's also about what happens when these two girls find out that everything they know about the world they live in is basically totally wrong. I am over halfway through it, and it is super exciting, really compelling, and if you're a junkie of the 100 like I am, this is going to be a great fix for you on the 6 days of the week that the 100 is not on. There's no Bellamy in this book, but there is a pretty hot love interest, so, you know, they can't all be Bellamy. It's got like a really hilarious tagline. The war left us for dead, the city ate us alive. Really love this book. Can't wait to see what happens at the end. There better not be a cliffhanger, and this better not be a trilogy, because it's adult and not YA. So, yeah. This is a standalone. I hope. I think. I know.
Hey guys, I'm Jenny, and here are my February books. So first of all, I've got The Shadow Cabinet by Maureen Johnson, which is the third book in the Shades of London series. Which is good, because it's not a trilogy, otherwise you and I would have so many questions. So, what has become of Stephen? You kind of find out. Rory is off tracking down a cult that has to do with the mysterious disappearance of one of her classmates and is possibly connected to Stephen. You're going to still have so many questions by the end of the book, but it's fine because it's such a crazy adventure that only Maureen Johnson can do. I loved it. I cannot wait to find out what happens next, and please, please, please make sure that's soon, Maureen Johnson, please. Second, I have Scott McCloud's The Sculptor, which is a graphic novel. It is beautifully written, it's beautifully illustrated. This man makes a deal with death to only live 200 more days if he can sculpt anything with his bare hands and make his art live forever. So is he going to come to regret that decision? He's really got nothing else to live for. Well, you'll find out, but it's going to make you feel all of the things. So have your tissues ready for this one because it's gorgeously done. I can't wait to make everybody I know read this one. Third, I have Beastkeeper by Kat Hellison. So this is a middle grade book and it's Beauty and the Beast retelling. However, the catch is that the girl here will turn into the Beast if she falls in love with someone. I can't wait to read it. It's getting some good reviews. Looks awesome. And finally, I have Aristotle and Dante Discover the Secrets of the Universe by Benjamin Alire Sáenz, and it's our May book club pick. I think you guys are really going to love this one. It's this beautiful character portrait set in the 1980s, and it's got explorations of Mexican and queer identity, and it really just deals with the life of two best friends in high school, and to reveal more would be to spoil the plot and kind of spoil the journey that the whole book is about, but I think you guys are really going to love it. So, I hope you do. I hope we see you back here to comment on all of the books when we review them, and I will see you next month.